try to piece together the events leading up to a runaway train. We'll have a recap of what happened.
Railroad officials are trying to determine what caused the runaway train, as it was called, to run out of control. Now, the train started in Toledo. It rolled nearly 70 miles before coming to a stop south of Kenton, Ohio. You probably heard about this story yesterday. 13 Action News reporter Joel Iwanaga joins us live from the News Center with more on what's next. Joel?
Well, Jeff, CSX officials are gearing up for a reenactment of exactly what happened yesterday. They hope to piece together what many people are calling a bizarre story of a runaway train. Now, sources say later this morning, the company will recreate the event. The train was carrying hazardous materials and traveled some 70 miles before 3 CSX workers were able to team together. Now, one of them, as you mentioned, jumped aboard and brought the train to a complete stop. CSX hopes today's reenactment will offer some answers as to exactly how this happened. CSX officials say no one was injured in yesterday's runaway train incident. Live from the News Center, Joel Iwanaga, 13 Action News. Kelly, back to you.
Joel, thank you very much. Now, that runaway train made it nearly 70 miles before CSX workers were able to stop it. The CSX rail yard in Walbridge is where the whole incident began. According to CSX officials, the 47-car train was being assembled when somehow it got away. The runaway freight train carrying 2 cars of hazardous chemicals sped through several small communities. Another train carrying state officials was on the same line as the runaway train. CSX officials stopped that train and took the more than 100 passengers off of it. Along its path, law enforcement officials tried desperately to keep people away, blocking off roads and rail crossings. South of Findlay, sheriff's deputies fired shots at the train in an attempt to slow it down. As you can see, others tried to grab the train and jump on board. Further down the line, another CSX engine caught up with the runaway train. Once attached, it slowed the train down enough for a CSX worker to jump on board and finally bring the engine to a stop. Those who saw the train rumble through their communities say they could not believe it.
I didn't know it was going through here until the Branch. My wife came out and told me I've been working in here.
CSX officials say they will continue to investigate this incident.